Good morning, traders. Gates W. Adams here, and I am back with another episode of the Trader Bacon Show. Now, as we get rolling into today's episode, I have a really exciting episode for you guys today. So stick around. This is going to be a lot of fun. But first and foremost, I want to talk about just the fact that we can, Apex Trader Funding is continuing to break record after record after record in payouts to traders making money, taking money home, and that's the whole point here. And the reason I bring that up is today's guest has a little bit of a deeper story than we're used to seeing here. We've actually seen something similar once before. But James, when he first started trading with Apex and when he got his first payout, he was actually homeless. And since then, in just a matter of a few months, he's actually withdrawn and been paid over $100,000 as a paid trader with Apex Trader Funding. And one of the things that this really just highlights is the opportunity to actually excel in an environment where you don't need a lot of entry capital. And that's just the whole point of the funding program and the funding model. And so we get to explore that a little bit today and have some fun with it and get to see some just wonderful and exciting news, which I love to bring these really dynamic stories to you guys. So stick with us as we bring today's episode of the Trader Bacon Show.
Welcome to the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday traders that are getting funded, paid, and bringing home the bacon. Are you ready? Because the Trader Bacon Show starts right now.
James.
Hey, guys. Hello, everybody.
Welcome to the show, my man. It's such an honor to have you in today. I've been looking forward to this one. And for good reason, How are you doing this Monday morning?
Great. The markets are moving. It's volatile. It's good, brother. It's good. Thank you. Life is good. Praise God.
Yep. Got to have that movement for sure. And absolutely. Well, welcome and thanks for hanging out with us and spending some time with us today. One of the reasons, obviously, excuse me, that's never happened live before. My apologies. Thank you. So one of the reasons that we wanted to have you on here today is because you kind of exhibit that trader dream plan. You went from literally just a rough time, and we're going to talk a little bit more about that here at the end of the show. But you've taken the opportunity that has been afforded to you by being a funded trader and used the skills that you've developed and actually had the opportunity to withdraw over $100,000 over the last few months. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. I think it was 104,000 from August till now, though.
August, September, October. So we're not even really 3 months into this.
No, I actually started probably in April, but it took me a while to figure the whole thing out, though.
Got to get your feet wet. And easy, Mike. Yes, 100%. That was a money sneeze. Thank you for that. So let's learn how this whole thing progressed. But in order to do that, we got to take a few steps back and find out how the world of trading entered your world and what kind of got you involved in the whole world of trading.
So I was always trading. Some years more, some less. It depends. So I was always starting businesses. Some of them had a lot of success. Mm-hmm. Some of them not. But obviously, with the money, with the profits, I would try and grow it, though. So I would trade options. I would trade stocks, but I never traded futures.
Okay.
Before, though. So it was never really a full-time thing, but I was always very familiar with the space, though, relatively speaking. I'm no expert, though.
Well, and that's the thing. Look, and I'll say I'm not sure that there's very many quote-unquote experts out there. I think we're all on a journey. I think that we're all still learning day by day, because the second you stop learning, the market shifts and you don't know what to do with it. So it's a lifelong journey as long as you continue to trade, as far as I'm concerned. So how long have you actually been trading futures now?
Since May.
So that's really when you started.
April.
So you traded options, you traded stocks. I believe you said to me before that you did some crypto stuff as well, right?
I got scammed in crypto a lot. Every
Yeah.
single, yeah. Sorry.
Okay, so your strategy, and I know we'll touch on that because it's a dynamic story. But what you learned in the other different types of products, how much of that translated into futures, and how much did you have to learn from scratch once you came over?
I would say I had to learn and everything, because unfortunately I'm smart, but not too smart. So I'm able to make a lot of money, but I'm not able to keep it, and then I'm not able to grow it. So, at 46, I'm blessed with certain things, but cursed with other things, though. So, basically, with the drawdown and the way futures work with the contract, I really had to learn and everything from scratch. I had to really start from scratch, though.
So, and I would presume that just some familiarity with trading in the markets before gave you at least some confidence in the fact that you would progress and move down that road. But really, you just started learning how to trade futures just a few months ago.
Exactly. Yes,
Wow.
Exactly.
That's incredible, man. So, talk to me about your routine. What is it like when you get ready for your day as far as trading? What does your routine look like before you hit the charts?
So I wake up at 7 in the morning. I drink coffee. Obviously, I drink ginger. Then I go for a workout. Shower, come back, shower, have breakfast, and then it's good to go. I'm ready.
Right. So you're kind of getting yourself at a base level of comfort. You're worked out, you're calm, you're fed, you're coffeeed up. Coffee, the nectar of life, of course. And now you're prepped and ready to go. Okay. So when you open up the charts, is it just open and go, or do you do some prep work once you get in?
It's open and go. It's open and go, though. But is it okay if I talk a little bit about my strategy, or later on?
Pull up the charts here in just a second. We'll kind of go through a lot of the ins and outs of all of that. But yeah, what is it that ultimately you're looking for?
I'm looking for zones to avoid.
Okay.
I'm looking to avoid zones. I'm looking to avoid danger. Because what's the point of making $1,000 for 5 days? Then in day 6, you blow up $10,000. Those. So it's like profit zones. Everyone's able to find them, though, but it's more the danger zones that hurt me. So I'm looking for zones to not trade in, though. So I use the an averages, the moving and averages, though. So as you're able to see right now, is currently outside of the averages. So if let's say it's above it, I know it's dangerous. It could trend for a long time, so don't go counter trend. Now it's a little overextended, so just stay back, though, for now, though.
So you're more looking for areas of caution, or more the filters that are going to keep you out of a trade versus necessarily all the. So the obviously the triggers to get into a trade are there, but I guess if we had to say there was a secret sauce, is that secret sauce really those filters that keep you out of things that might look good but don't necessarily meet your qualifications or standards?
Exactly.
So we've got the chart here. You want to show us kind of what that looks like?
For sure, definitely, though. Do I go and pull it up on my screen?
Yeah, it's on screen. We can see it on there. Yeah, just kind of
cool.
Talk us through what we're looking at.
So as and everyone could see here, if the price is between this moving average ribbon, it usually bounces around it, though. So you see here, goes up, bounces around. So this is my bread and butter. It's between these ribbons here.
Okay.
is between it though. So let's say now it's going down. So let's say I would short at the 20, would short at, I think this is the 50, the 100, and just scalp it. I'll scalp it for maybe a point, 2 ticks. Maybe at most I'm lucky, I get 2 points. So, but it's micro scalping, and I'm doing a lot of trades.
Okay.
I place maybe 30 trades in a day though, 20 to 30 a day though, because every time it's going through the ribbons, I try to be trading it though, so all in here, I'm all there though, and I tried to go in the direction of an overall trend. I try to though. So like this morning, it was downtrending. This is danger. As you can see here, it's not inside the ribbons. So you see, if you go and buy here, well, you're screwed though. And like, sure, you can short it though, but if you're smart, but I'm not smart though.
There's a level of certainty that comes from being in that comfort zone and what you're familiar with and what has worked for you in the past, right?
Exactly. So being inside this area of chop, I like chop, that's me. I like chop a lot,
I think that might literally be the first time I've heard somebody utter those words. But again, and I think that's the whole point of the show. There's different ways to, forgive the expression, skin a cat, right?
For sure.
So what works for you doesn't work for somebody else, and vice versa. So it's really, Walter loves the chop as well. Okay, I stand corrected. I'm willing to admit it. Okay, so that's great. So I love seeing this. So this brings up a big question for me. You're talking about micro scalping. You're talking about a couple of ticks, maybe a point. So what does that mean in terms of like being eaten up by commissions? Because I know for me, I trade NQ. We're only looking at $5 on a single mini. We're looking at $5 a tick. So you kind of get a lot of that gets eaten up pretty quickly by the commissions. Do you not find that? Because I guess you're trading ES, right?
Yes. So I'm usually trading it. If let's say I'm smart and disciplined, I go in with 5 micros,
okay.
And the commissions are it's rough and stuff though. It's rough. So the commissions they usually equal my profits often though.
For sure, it happens, especially when we're talking about such tight trades. But I guess so. Like I don't know how attuned you are to your stats, but I mean, do you know more or less what that win ratio looks like for you?
It's high. It's extremely high. It's like an 80% or 85%
okay
ratio, though. It's an extremely high probability trade, though.
Okay, so then that bears the question. So if you're looking for 2, 3, 4, 5 ticks, what does your risk look like on a trade? Is it do you keep it at a 1-to-1 ratio? Are you willing to expose more than you're looking at taking? How does that work for you?
That's exactly where my problems, that's exactly my huge problem, which I'm still trying to go and figure out though, because you have to take it into consideration if you're going and taking losses. No, I'm talking about for, let's say, myself, because I'm not too smart. There's a lot of super smart traders out there. So I'm just talking about for me, and no one should go and follow me or listen to me.
Entertainment purposes only, right, folks?
Oh yes, please, everybody, please. So I'm trying to figure out where to go and cut the trade, because I'm prepared to go and get in a few times. So I'm prepared to go in to get in 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So, but there's a point as soon as it moves outside of the ribbons where I know, holy cow, James, you're about to get screwed here, though. Those. So like kind of like if let's say chopping, it goes through a couple of the ribbons, fine, I'm still comfortable, because odds are it's going to chop though. But let me show you guys a couple of days ago where I absolutely got killed. Is that okay? Can I go and show that?
Man, here's the thing. We all know that not every trade is a winner. And while we definitely don't like to necessarily highlight those, I think it's important to show the value of we can lose trades and still bring in six figures if we set it up right. I think it's a great lesson.
Exactly. And I really want to go and stress though that like my strategy, it needs work. And it needs work though. So kind of like I'm not trying to go to sell it. I'm not pretending that I'm good or smart or anything. I know it needs work, and and there are problems, and with it though, which over time I'm hoping to go and sort out. So as here, this is, I think it was like a Tuesday, I believe though, So this, okay, so usually I only start my day at 10 in the morning though, because I have to avoid news. I have to, though, you avoid, because news, it's one direction. It'll jump up in 40 points and everything's blown up in a blink. Here I start my day at 10. At 10:05, look at these candles. It goes through one ribbon, two ribbons, three ribbons, four ribbons, and just keeps going. So I know it's a sad story though, but like by the time it went through, like this is why my strategy is a work in progress. And I feel the solution to this is the speed of the acceleration of the move.
Right.
And I need to go and analyze that, because here the move was super aggressive and super strong, but like kind of like I'm standing in front of like a freight train though. It was ridiculous. And here I blew up and everything though. It was like I was like I followed my rules and this is what happened though. Unfortunately though, so that's why I say it's a work in progress, and I need to go and refine it though. But most of the time, kind of like 98% of the time, I remember I had a winning streak of like 35 positive days in a row.
There's nothing wrong with that. That definitely is, I think, any trader's dream.
Which is good. But you see, look at this though. You see it hits them, comes back, hits them, comes back, goes up, comes down. So days and like this, it's amazing though. And usually it goes through the ribbons if there's news, if there's an event.
Right.
I found it extremely rare. It goes through them if there's no news or no event. So, but still, I need to go and improve though. Well,
and I think that's one of the dynamics of trading. There's a difference between predictability and certainty. Predictability, most of the time, this is what we see happen. We capitalize on it. Most of the time, we're going to take those winners. Every now and again, we're going to get hit, but we know that we get enough winners to cover the hits, right? Whereas certainty is, I know it's going to do this. Well, I have yet to meet a trader who knows what the market's going to do. That just doesn't exist, because what drives the market is people, is the actions that people are taking. And there's a complete unpredictability to that, which means that if we're willing to enter this space, we have to be willing to take the good with the bad, right? And the whole key, the way that I've always looked at it, is if I can get consistent enough to where if I don't look at an individual trade, an individual day, an individual week, but if I can look at the big picture and that's a continual rise, I'm a winning trader. And then from there, that's one of the beautiful things about the world of trading is the scalability. So you can scale an individual trade, either multiple contracts, multiple accounts, and we'll get into all of that. So ideally, when you take when you start your trading, now how long throughout the day do you trade?
I trade from 10 till 3 usually though, because after 3 kind of like some big positions need to be closed out, and these guys are going to drive it up like 20 points and not care about the technicals or whatever, though,
Right.
and then don't care about poor James.
That's where we get into the dynamics of people, right? So you're pretty much in the charts most of the day.
Yes.
And so how many trades, like on an average day, how many trades are you taking that's generating you the results you're looking for?
Probably 20, 30, 40.
Okay. So you're very, very active.
Some days yes, some days no. Like this morning, it was amazing. As you can see, it's just chopping through the moving averages. But now it's an outside of the moving averages. So now I'm not doing nothing.
Right.
I'm not sure if you're able to see if I need to pop it up, but now it's outside of the moving averages. So now I'm just like having lunch, doing whatever, doing some push-ups.
Watching the
over here, I'm going crazy. I'm going insane. I'm trading. Like,
right.
But here no. Here no. Over here no. This very and this no.
Gotcha. So when you're outside, you're just out. That's time to go grab a snack, refresh your coffee if it's the right time of day, and kind of get moving. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about what this has brought to your life, because I kind of teased it at the beginning, and I don't necessarily want to make this some marketing campaign because it's not exactly the happiest story in the world. But you were in a pretty rough position when you started trading with Apex, right?
Yes. So basically, I lost in everything through a combination of stress, poor choices, and bad luck.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone knows sometimes in life to succeed, you need a bit of luck. And a bit, because everyone's just putting the probabilities on their side. Even if you have a 90% chance of success, you still have a 10% chance of losing, though. So over the last 2 years, I lost and everything, though, and I had like a nice amount, though. And we ended up living at my wonderful wife's cousin's house in New Jersey. So we spent summer there because they went back to the Philippines. Though. So my wife is Filipina, a wonderful woman. She supported me throughout and everything, though. An angel.
That's beautiful and key, in my opinion.
It is. My wife, my child, her parents helped us so much. Her whole family helped us so much. So it's all thanks to God, thanks to them, though. So we were living at her cousin's house. So that enabled me to live, to think with a clear mind, because before I had so many expenses, though, and we had to get rid of the house, and we had to get rid of everything, like the expenses, like it was just driving me crazy. I couldn't operate properly. So then we were living it's at her cousin's house, and I was able to think clearly, and Apex came along, and it was just the opportunity that Apex provides, that Daryl provides to people that are willing to go and try hard and try smart is life-changing. And it changed our life. We took our son to Disney World, and he loved it, right. thanks to Apex. We took our kid to Disney World. Like that's pretty darn cool, though,
And for anybody who's been to Disney World in the last decade, that's not something that you do when you're trying to pull the pieces back together. And I mean, it's. I guess we all have these moments, and they look different for all of us. But you've got a wife, you've got a little boy, you had a pretty nice level of abundance that you all had gotten used to. And then through a series of events, you're operating at the mercy of friendly family. Thank goodness, right?
Yes.
So you go from there and you realize that, okay, I've got to do something. What happened from there? How did you actually come across this opportunity and figure out that you could do this and change your financial picture literally completely within the matter of just a couple of months?
Well, basically, it was through like a lot of prayer, a lot of because you're father also, and knowing the other parents out there, as parents, we know we don't stop. You get up every day, you do your work, you keep trying. Because you have people that need you though, so every day I would just keep trying, and I would just keep failing though, and but eventually Apex came around, and I only go and give up once I'm dead, though. Like it sounds like, I guess it's not politically correct this day and age, but I'm a man. My job is to work. My job is to hunt. And so it's like I go out, I come back with nothing. It doesn't matter. I go out the next day. I go out the next day. I go out the next day though. And until one day I don't come back. And that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I love the drive, and so now things are a little different, aren't they?
They are. Look at the condo; it's pretty sweet. Thanks to Apex. Look at the view, everyone.
We had an opportunity to see that right before the show. It is unbelievable.
It's pretty sweet.
This is just a different life. So then we absolutely, and so your wife, your son, you have your own place, you're set up. In fact, not just a place, but this is a phenomenal setup.
It's nice.
And so how does it work out for you? Like, most of us are getting in there trying to figure out, okay, I'll go get an account, I'll make, a couple $100, and then I'll parlay that into another account. How did this work for you to where you got that much that fast? How did that play out?
All right, everybody. I'm gonna tell everyone again how not smart that I am. Do not copy me. I'm on evaluation account. I think number like 400 and something though. The like 450 or 480. I usually trade 20 accounts at a time. And that's it. So let's say when you're able to make on 20. When you blow up on 20 though. And it took me a while to figure out. Honestly, it wasn't me who went and figured out how to go and trade and make money. It was by the graces of other people sharing their stories.
Right. And
some of it would click. Some of it would click. Like people who got good payouts. There was like, she is well known in Apex, so she was on like the top list continuously though, and she went and it's into one of the chats that I was in, and she told her story though, and they go in with small size. This one guy said, I made 10K today though. Like 10K, what are you doing though? He said, I'm going in with like 2 micros on the NQ. Or no, not minis, micros though.
Right.
2 micros. Wow. I'm like, you made, but he's trading like the 20. He was going with 2 micros, and I was going in with the minis.
Right.
Though. So it's like, I'm like, man, James, you see, so it's a good graces of other people who did well, sharing their information. Some of it didn't apply to me, but some of it it clicked.
That's unbelievable. And I have to say, I got so caught up in the story. Hopefully you guys saw on there in the chat to fill out the form. We are giving away some evaluations today, so you can make your own success story if you haven't already done so. Please make sure you guys fill that out. We'll be giving those away here in just a quick second. And James, holy cow, man. What an unbelievable story, and what a very enlightening story. To just see the opportunity that's available, and the fact that, under other circumstances, it takes a lot of capital to get this done. And without necessitating a ton of capital, obviously those evaluations where there was some input there, but ultimately the payout for you has been absolutely significant and life-changing. And I'm so excited to see this, and I'm so excited to share this with you guys out there. I love it. I love it. It's just, this is why I do the show. This is why I love doing it. And this is why I look forward to Monday morning. So Anyway, thank you guys so much. We're going to have another phenomenal show for you guys next week, so make sure you come back and hang out with us. And I think hopefully we might have some winners here in just a quick second. In the meantime, James, thank you so much for your time today. Thank you for hanging out with us and sharing with us. I know it's not easy to share some of these stories, but I think it does a lot of people a lot of good. So I definitely appreciate that. Adam, Stephen L., and Wally, congratulations. You will be getting an email in the next day or two on how to get those evaluations set up. And James, continue to do what you're doing. I definitely want to catch back up with you and make sure that we see the continued progress and growth, man. Keep it up.
Thank you so much, guys. Thanks a lot for Gates, for the community, for your help, and Darrow and the whole team there. Apex team.
Always a pleasure, and it's always best when we get to see this kind of results. Keep at it, man, and keep us posted.
Thank you so much.
You got it.
Welcome to the Trader Bacon Show, where we showcase everyday